Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. It's no longer news that the local government election conducted on October 5th, 2024 was cancelled by the Supreme Court. They gave their reasons for the cancellation of that particular election. But however, a lot of things have come up after the cancellation. The governor is commissioning projects, but just this afternoon we woke up to a fresh news coming from Rsiec, that's Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, Rsiec, and that news is that there's going to be a meeting for stakeholders where the election guidelines will be rolled out, and I begin to wonder how good is this move by Rsiec. But however, let's look at full details of the news and we're back to talk more about it. Now, the letter which was sent out by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission to all the stakeholders, have it that the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, Honorable Adolphus Nebele, retired, hereby invites different stakeholders. I'm going to read some of the stakeholders he invited. According to the statement which was signed by him, he had invited the following: registered political parties, traditional rulers, security agencies, religious organizations, media representatives, professional organizations, civil society group, NGOs, community-based group, and the electorate. Now, the highlight of the event will be the official presentation of the election timetable and guideline, setting the stage for the upcoming local government election across Rivers State. All invited stakeholders have been urged to be seated at the Rsiec auditorium by 2 p.m. sharp to ensure a smooth and timely engagement. Now, the venue, which is Rsiec headquarters are number 239 to 243 Bar Road, Port Harcourt. That's the venue of the meeting. But a lot of people are reacting over it and considering the fact that so much, has happened in Rivers State. Do you think that this swift move is the ideal move? Now, first thing first, the CTC has not entered the governor's hand for them to take time to deliberate, because no matter what happened, we must be conscious enough not, to spend the taxpayers' monies anyhow. If something had happened before now and it led to annulment of that election, reasonable amount of money has been spent, and this is another opportunity that is given, which means everything needs to be done in a very ideal way, should be done rightly. In other words, all other issues should be, resolved first before you go into the issue of saying, let us kickstart another process of election. Everything needs to be in place. But right now, nothing is in place. And I feel at this point that move is not the right move. I've always been saying it. We are very objective in our discussion. This is not the right move to take. Now, why am I saying it's not the right move? Number one, anything that is done against the Electoral Act will render the whole process null and void, which we already know that the judiciary has spoken against it. And secondly, the issue of funding for this Rsiec actually lies in the budget, which has some issues. Budget presentation has been one of the demands of the Supreme Court that Fubara should represent the budget to Martin Amowole's team. Now, we are not so sure if he will present or if he will not present, but we know that there are a lot of things that are currently hanging, one of which is their defection. He looks at them as that they are ex-lawmakers, and being that they are ex-lawmakers, that issue of defection needs to be concretized first. Because if the issue of the issue that they are ex-lawmakers is concretized, the next move will be for him to, continue with execution of projects, and everything will be done right. By that time, INEC will know that there is nothing hanging, and they will release the voters register. They will allow for re-registration for people to register again. That's for updating of the voters register in all the local government. Everything will, be in sync, and everybody will partake. Because right now, if they begin to do it the way they are going, number one, PDP will not be part of it, APC will not be part of it, and they will run back to the court. And once beaten it twice shy, it won't make any sense. If they go back to the court and the court will say, this is the situation, why would it repeat? It will amount to call it a criminal offense, because this issue had been dealt with. Why are you going against the law again in that area? So for me, I think that these are my resolution right now. Resolution number one is that the governor should be allowed, or the governor should be allowed first to receive the CTC. I don't know if it's the governor that has advised Adolphus Enabeli to go ahead with this. But however, I feel that he should first of all get a hold of the CTC as the certified true copy of the judgment. When you get it, sit down with the team of lawyers. As you're commissioning your project, you now decide, should we carry out all the demands of the Supreme Court? State out your reasons why you're not going to carry it out. If it is because of the fact that there's a case in court and all of that, and by provision of the Constitution, and all of those things must be put in place. If you're not ready to carry it out, stall everything. Let the issue after all, it's not by force that the local government elections should take place immediately based on what Supreme Court has said. Everything must be done amicably, and if there are cases in court, there's no way it can be done. So for me, I feel that at this point, when that issue of budgeting and everything is resolved, then we can now kickstart the spending of the 2025 budget, because it won't make any sense for you to kickstart another process. At the end of the day, everything is being annulled and we go back to square one. It keeps repeating itself that way. It won't make any sense. Okay, if the guidelines is just to give an inkling of what they are intending to do, it's cool. But when it comes to the issue of INEC involvement, getting the register and all of that, everything should be done ideally. But I know so much that if the issue of representation of budget is not being addressed, the first question will be, where did you get your funding? Where did you get your funding to take care of the elections? And I can assure you that the governor himself cannot bring out money from his own pocket, private pocket, to handle it. He must still wait for, everything to be okay with the budget before he goes ahead with it. So put all of this together. I think that we should shut down for now on the issue of local government election. Let it be rolled out when everything has been orderly resolved, so that we don't, this back and forth, in elections in River State will not continue, and also so that we won't waste, the funds of the local government. I feel that this is the ideal thing to do, and I hope that the Rsiec chairman will counsel the governor. If peradventure he did this by the direction of the governor, he should counsel the governor on, some of these things, so that at the end of the day, this issue of back and forth in court will not repeat itself. We'll leave it there.